Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Achieving Alpha, and this particular video is for the announcement of the monthly data subscription which I talked about in one of the recent community posts on YouTube. So the idea is to have an email automation for the data that we analyze on a daily basis, both for the index as well as for some of the important stocks. So that's the idea here. So let me walk you through and how you can apply and how you can use this particular data to make your trading decisions in a much better way. So I basically have these 5 points to cover. So the very first question is that why do we even need this? So I have basically three reasons as to why you might require this. So the first one is it of course saves time, and you can do your analysis in a very crisp way, and you can even view the data and try to see what's the activity on a daily basis even on your phones. So this is specifically for the people who have shortage of time and still want to do a very quick analysis. Then building on top of the first point, basically you won't have to run after 10 different websites to get certain sort of data. So let's say that if you want to check out the delivery for each of the stocks in Bank Nifty, so you don't have to do that individually. Or let's say you want to check what is the net long position of FIIs and index futures, so you don't have to run on different websites or basically navigate through NSE to find your way to the data that you're looking at. The data is pretty crisp, it's aggregated pretty well, and it just has the right amount of content what you need to analyze for the next day. Because there are literally a lot of things, I would say hundreds of things which you can analyze on a daily basis, but over analysis will only lead to confusion. So what I have tried is I have just tried to put what is the most important and what you can use in an effective manner, and that can be useful. Only analyzing is not the aim here. To analyze well and to make profit out of it, that's our goal here. And the third point of course is that it adds value to know what the different participants are doing in the market, or to be precise, what the big guys who have all the money and the resources are doing in this particular market. So this is the first point as to why is this thing being done. The second point is that how to basically read and interpret the data. If you are someone who watches the smart money analysis that we do on our channel daily, so you will know how to do that, but I will try to very briefly tell you on how you can interpret this particular data. So let's go there. So as mentioned, you will have two separate emails, and if you don't know, then I will talk about these two emails, but basically let me tell you how you can make use of this. So you open up the first email, you will have something like this. Looks horrible and intimidating to those who are new to this. To those who daily view the smart money analysis, this might look familiar, but anyways, so you basically have to view the entire message. Once you click on this particular thing, it will take you to another separate window. So here you have the complete picture. Now this is what this data basically looks like. Looks a little intimidating, but you don't have to be intimidated by this. So let me explain. So this is pretty self-explanatory, right? That you have the future index long. So these are the number of lots which the FIIs have long in the future index, and this future index basically consists of both Nifty and Bank Nifty and also Fin Nifty, but the volumes in Fin Nifty are pretty less at the moment, so that's what we know. And again, this is similarly the short positions in the index futures. Then this talks about the stocks. Now these stocks include all of the stocks in the FNO segment, so this is what this is. Then again, this is the short positions in the future stocks. And then you have the options, so you have call longs, you have put longs, you have call shorts, you have put shorts, and similarly you have these things for stocks as well. Now what we do is that basically we are comparing that what is the number of new long contracts added on index futures in a particular day. So you will see that yesterday, that is on 7th of July, there was a reduction of roughly about 5,800 contracts in the long side in the index futures. So you can say that this is long unwinding because the longs have been reduced. And again, when there is a reduction in the shorts, then you can say that this is basically short covering. Now there is something known to us as net long position in index futures. This is basically the number of longs divided by the total position which they have. So for this case, it is basically this quantity, and you divide that by this quantity plus this quantity. So this number happens to be around 72.43%. Now this number is very important to understand the stance of FIIs in the market. So generally when this is above 70, this is considered overbought. The average or the normal range which FIIs like to keep is basically between 60 to 65, but for the last month also you will see that this was kind of in an overbought zone always. So this is how you can interpret the net long and index futures. Again, there is no guarantee that once it touches 70 it can't be there. It is similar to RSI. You cannot be sure that once the stock touches an RSI of above 70 it will fall. I have seen stock goes to even RSI of 90 and above, so that is totally feasible and that happens. But this is one way which you can analyze what sort of position does the FII have in index futures, and then basically we can compare what was the change in the position. So this is what you can see on a day-to-day basis. And similar thing we can do for the stock futures. So you interpret it the same way, although there is no such criteria of 70 or something like that. But again, 70 is just a number which I can say from my personal experience. It's not a rule or it's not written in any book. It's just something which I can say from my experience that above 70 is slightly overbought. So again, this was for the index futures and the stock futures. Let's talk about the options activity. So on a daily basis, FIIs also try to play a lot in the options. So you will basically see that this is the kind of activity that they have. So you can basically have a look at the option buying and the option selling separately. So basically you will see that what are the number of call longs which they added, whether the put longs are more than that. If they are more, then you can say that they have more puts than calls, so you can say that they are kind of bearish. But this is just the half picture. You also need to check for the option writing activity. So if you see that the put shots are more than the call shots, then they are kind of bullish in the option writing segment. So you also have the percentage changes along with the absolute quantity, and then on a net basis you can basically see that what were the net calls bought and the net puts bought. So this is what we can see, and this we can see for all the three entities. So the FIIs and pro desks are basically considered the strong hands in the market. And if you were to ask me to pick one of the strongest between these two, so I would say these are the FIIs and followed by the pro desks. And basically the client, which is the retail, is considered the weaker hand in the market. So if you see that there is a strong bias, so for example, this is just an example. Let's say that if the FIIs and pros are both heavily bullish in the market and the retail is heavily bearish, then it's a very strong indicator that the market is likely to go up in the short term. So this is what we have. This kind of data you can analyze for the index. Now let's talk about the stocks. So I will go to that stocks email and try to show you what I mean by that. So you will basically go here and you will check this particular stocks analysis. Now what's happening here is that you will have this particular email. So this will contain the stocks for the Nifty 50 and the Bank Nifty. So Nifty, we analyze the top 20 stocks, which is roughly about 75% of Nifty. Now let me explain how you can make sense of this particular data. Now we have the adjusted closing price at that particular day. We have the percentage change in OI, we have the percentage change in price, and we have the percentage change in volume, and then based on that we are giving an action that what sort of action might be happening in that particular stock. So you basically, to infer the action, you will have to look at the price change and the OI change. So generally if and also you have the delivery percentage, so that is something that we have as well. So what we can do is that if basically the price is going down and the OI is going up, that means that there is some sort of short buildup which is happening in a particular stock. So for example, you will see that in Reliance, the OI changed by almost 2.35% yesterday, and the stock was down almost by 0.7% on a closing basis. So we can infer that there is short buildup going on. Similarly, when the OI change is going up and basically the price is also going up, you can say that this is long buildup. And to basically infer the sort of intensity of this particular short buildup, you can have a look at what was the change in OI or percentage change in OI. Like here you see almost a 10% change in TCS. So you will see that there is a 10% change and the price has gone up by 0.4%. So you can see that there is a long build up here. So you can also confirm this with delivery. So again 53% is a strong delivery. So you can say that there is some good action happening in TCS. So similarly you can do this for the other stocks as well. But again you need to also consider the volume, because the volumes are a very good indicator of how likely is the momentum there to continue. So this is how you can analyze. So again there are 4 types of actions. If the price is going down and the OI is going up, it is a short build-up. If the price is going up and the OI is going up, it's a long build-up. And if the OI is coming down as the price is shooting up, it's short covering. And the last one is basically long unwinding. So let me talk with an example. I guess there was no long unwinding yesterday, and yeah, here also it was no long unwinding. But basically the fact is that if the OI is also going down and the price is also going down, then that is long unwinding. So basically this is how you can make use of this. The delivery is something which you can use, the volume, the OI, and the price. And again, this analysis you can do for the top 20 stocks in Nifty and the top 5 stocks in Bank Nifty, which is almost 90% of what Bank Nifty comprises of. And at the end, you have a summary that 50% of the above stocks were having a long build-up, 30% had short covering, and 20% had short build-up. And again, similar analysis you can do for Bank Nifty. So this is what we have. This is the data. And let's go to our next point then. Now talking about the charges and how you can purchase the particular subscription. So as I mentioned previously also, the charges are going to be rupees 300 per month, which I think is pretty nominal, and you can recover it easily in a day. And talking about how do you purchase the subscription. So yesterday in the analysis video, I shared the link to this Google form. I will also put this in the description of this particular video. So you can basically go here and make a purchase using UPI, and you can enter your details here. And I will basically try to add you to the mailing list, and you will start getting these emails as soon as possible, and maximum within 1 business day. And your subscription will start on the day you first receive your very first email. So the day you receive your first email, the next 30 days you will keep on getting these emails from my side. And basically this will all be automated, and you will receive 2 emails daily, one for the index and one for the stocks. And of course in the next month then you have to renew your subscription, but I guess as I mentioned, 300 is pretty nominal. So but again, there is no forcing. If you think that this data is useful and it will add value, you can certainly go out for the subscription, else there's no problem. So a lot of you have basically purchased this particular thing. I got some responses, and I have added the people to the mailing list, so a lot of you will be getting these particular emails from today onwards. And yes, if you think this is useful, you can go ahead with this. Then what do you get on a daily basis? I think I covered that. You basically have 2 emails, one for the index, one for the important stocks, and how you can use that. I also covered that. And how does the subscription system work? I also explained that the day you get your first email, 1 month after that, your subscription will be valid. So I guess I covered everything in this particular video. If you think this is useful, you can apply. If not, then I'm okay with that. And yes, this is it for this video then. I hope all of the doubts are cleared. If not, you can drop them in the comments, and I will try to cater to your doubts and help you in the best way I can. So this is it for this video then. I hope you enjoyed this particular video. If you did, please consider pressing the like button. And if you are new here and coming up for the first time, subscribe to this channel for more such content. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. Have a good day. Take care and bye-bye.